Microphone check 1 2 1 2. It's your girl. It is K Rene Live Talk tonight, and I am here back in my wonderful basement, and I got another guest for you guys this evening. So I want to be like coming to the stage, but it's not that kind of party. But I've been chit-chatting back and forth with this artist, and I've been like, okay, I'm gonna get you on my show. I'm gonna get this done. We're gonna do this. It's all within, of course, timing. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further notice, I want to add and introduce you guys to Miss J Money Gibbs is in the building. How are you?
Hey, what's up? I
Can you
know we've
hear
been
me
talking for a
okay?
minute. I can hear you good. Can you hear
I
me?
know, right? Yes, I can.
All right,
Yeah, I can
cool.
hear you. I can hear you good. I
Yeah,
just want to make sure I can hear me.
yeah, I can hear you. It's been a minute. We've been talking about this
Okay.
for I don't even know. I feel like since last year.
I know, right? Right? And I was like, I'm getting it together. I'm gonna work on it. I'm gonna get it together. And I got it together finally. It's been some trials, man. The laptop busted, went out, crashed. I had to get another
Oh
one.
man.
Then I was like, okay, now I gotta upload all my new stuff and all my old stuff and put stuff back in. It's just been crazy, crazy, but we're here. We finally made it.
hmm
How are you doing today?
I'm doing all right. I didn't go. I usually go skating on Saturdays, but I didn't get to go this morning. That's usually my thing. I do every Saturday for like the last 6 months. But I didn't get to
Okay.
go today. But I still got some stuff done though. But I didn't get to do what I normally do on my Saturdays.
I got you, man. I've been busy. I had to do my show, my podcast show. I had to edit my
Mm-hmm.
video, and then I had 3 cake orders to make, and then my
Ooh.
son, he felt like he was helping me out, so I make homemade cakes, and so he took the lemon I cut and was about to squeeze all of it on the cake, and I was like, "What are you doing?" He was like, I thought it would help. I'm like, it will, but I got to make the glaze for that. So I was like, you know what? Just go upstairs and go do something right now with you. I can't even. I was like, I can't even talk to you right now. You about to mess the money up, baby. Jesus.
He ain't
But
even know. Just go do
I
something.
Yeah, I'm just like, come on, man, give me a break. But anyway, I want you to tell everybody a little bit about yourself. I know you're an artist. You are here, of course, in the
Yes,
DMV,
yes.
which of course I support the DMV. Any artist out in the DMV world, Baltimore, DC, Virginia, whatever. But tell everybody a little bit about yourself and the type of work that you be putting out there.
Yeah, so I go by J Money Gibbs, and J Money stands for just, mindful, outstanding, nice, empathetic, and youthful. So it's an
Okay.
acronym. A lot of people don't get to ask, so I make sure when I get the chance to tell them, I tell them that. Yeah, so I'm an actor, artist, and activist. You can catch me in movies. I just was in that one with Meek Mills that came out on HBO Max, Charm City Kings. I'm
I
in the
watched.
background of a whole lot of Netflix films and yeah, and some series on YouTube. As you know, I'm an artist. I'm always making music. I'll be dropping albums and songs like every single month this year because I didn't get to do that last year. So I'm taking
Mhm.
advantage of that. And then I'm
Yeah.
an activist in the community. I do a lot of mental health work. So I work with
Okay.
people dealing with mental health disorders and substance use disorders is my main thing. But I also do other things too, like I deliver food and do some community dinner type stuff. But my main thing is focusing on mental health.
Nice. I like that. And you know what? When it comes to people and mental health, that's one of those things that a lot of people don't like to admit that they suffer from with mental illness, even down to
Hmm
depression, anxiety, dark thoughts, that tend to creep in and then make you want to go and act out on those thoughts and put yourself in a situation, especially in our community. In the Black
Man,
community, our people are not, we so quick to sweep everything under the rug and be like, it's okay. No, I'm strong. We didn't came past that. And it's like when you bury so much down and you don't deal with it, later on when it comes back up to the surface, you're like, wait a
yep.
minute. Yeah, I like that. So when did you decide to get into music?
So I'm gonna be honest with you, I've always been into music, but
Mm-hmm.
I was playing with go-go bands, and you know what I'm saying, like from 2004 to 2012, I was playing with go-go bands, like for all those years. And it wasn't until 2012 I was like, you know what? I feel like I could make a lot more music and, you know what I'm saying, kind of get out what I'm dealing with, because I feel like music is an emotion. You know what I'm saying? Like if
Mm-hmm.
you feeling a certain way, you listen to a certain song. If you're going through something, you might listen to this song to help get you through it. Even if you're motivated and you at the gym, you might have that one song to get you in there, you know what I'm saying, and get you to working. So in 2012 is really when I started making my own beats. And
Mm-hmm.
at at first I was really like making my own beats. Well, I was trying to get beats from people and they was trying to charge me too much. So I was like, you
Okay.
know what, it's cool. You know what I'm saying? I know how to play. So I started making my own beats. And then when I would go and try to get on songs and rap with people, they was kind of like giving me the code, like, yeah, it's all right, but we'll put somebody else on it. They kept ignoring me on the track. So I was like, man, you know what? I'm gonna just do it myself. So then after I started putting out my own music on my own, then people were like, man, that actually sounds good. And then I started being able to, you know what I'm saying, other artists started wanting to work with me and stuff like that. But I swear, like 2012,
Mm-hmm.
2013, wasn't nobody trying, you know what I'm saying, like trying to work with me, or like my DMs was dead. You know what I'm saying? Like I wasn't
Mm-hmm.
getting no messages trying to get on tracks and stuff. But now it's like people are, I guess, hearing the foundation of the music, or I guess I found what they call finding your sound. You know what I'm saying? So I think since I found my
Right.
sound, it's been easier to kind of navigate and do what I want, say what I want to say, and still get that point across. So since
Okay.
2012, I've been at it serious.
Okay. And I know you said you've been doing, of course, you do the acting, as well as you're a part of the community activist, helping other people, especially within the mental health. Is music your first passion, or is it going to be more so that you're going to really want to get more into acting as opposed to the music?
So like people ask me this question all the time, and I give them the
Uh-huh.
same answer. So like I does these three things. I'm an actor, artist, and activist. So regardless, it's not like one weighs out more. It's all, you know what I'm saying, all the equal balance. Like it might be times where there's not a lot of acting going on, so I could go to making music. It might be times
Right.
where I done made enough music and I can't even write no more, so I'll go to acting. You know what I'm saying? And out of all of that, between doing all that, there's always times to help people, to do community stuff, to stop and take some time to, you know what I'm saying, donate some food or help somebody get from point A to point B. It's simple stuff like that. So I really take all three of these things are on the same level to me. And that's why I tell people I'm an actor, artist, and activist, and don't really try to say, oh, I'm a videographer or I'm an editor or nah. These are the three things that I am. And I say these three
Okay.
things because I can show forefront and show work for all three of these things every day.
I got you. So you like the AAA threat.
The triple A threat. I like that. That works for me.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yep. I love it. And you're right. You can do all three of
Hmm.
them things and you don't have to step one over the other because, as a matter of fact, if you think about it, even though what it is you may be acting in next or being a part of, they might want some tracks. They might want your beats. They might want you to actually do
Exactly.
something as a part of like one of the parts or something like that. And they'd be like, wait a minute, he was the guy that was playing at the concession stand. He's singing, he's doing something at the end. Oh,
Hmm.
okay. That's just okay. Yeah. So that works out. I think everybody should be well rounded, to be honest with you. And like I say about
Hmm.
last year, which I don't like to really talk about the pandemic of everything. I mean, I know it's still out there. That's what's going on. And I made a promise to myself I wasn't going to
Hmm.
talk about it until it was all like gone and everybody was cured. And that's going to be a whole long time from here. But if you didn't know how to get your hustle together last year, I don't know what people are doing this year because you dropped the ball last year, which you got to
I
roll
know.
that ball continuously into this year and keep moving forward. So it's like, again,
Hmm.
I think what makes things happen for people and what makes it actually take off, go to the top, or get the recognition, you got to be hungry enough to stick to it. And I think what happens is people get bored or they don't like to fight for it. And then they be like, oh, I don't do that no more. And it's like, why? because it's not coming that fast for you, and you gotta be in the reality with things. It's not. So being well-rounded like you are for yourself, that's great. I applaud that.
No, Karen, let me tell you, because there was several times where I felt like I was about to quit or about to be done, and like, you know what, I'm done with this music shit. Like, this is not making me no money. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got kids, I got mouths to feed, I got bills to pay. It's not doing nothing. But I'm gonna tell you what really happened. All of those seeds that I planted in the past came and started sprouting. Because at that time, like, this was like a year ago, I was like, man, I'm done with music. I'm not doing this no more. Woo, woo, woo. All those seeds that I planted from before, man, people started calling me like, hey, can you do another song? Hey, can you do this? Can you do that? So at the point where I was just about to be like, man, I'm done and give up, then I started getting all the calls because of things that I've done in the past. Or they were like, hey, can you come on this set? Can you just be an extra? We saw you in this movie. Do you mind coming on set to be an extra? We could pay you. I'm like, all right, bet. I'll be there. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, all right, cool. And it was just at that breaking point where I was just like, man, ain't nothing going on. I'm not getting the roles I want to get. Like, you know what I'm saying? They keep putting me as extra. I'm trying to get a featured main role, and I keep getting put as an extra. So I was like, man. But then I realized everything's happening for a reason. And me being an extra on that set was good, because then I got to meet the directors and meet the people behind the scenes that I wouldn't have met if I was, you know what I'm saying, casted as the main role. So some of those situations, it just happens that way for a reason.
That's what networking is all about. And when you networking and talking and running your mouth, you don't even know who you're talking to sometimes. And that's the main person right there. That's like that little undercover boss show. I don't watch it like that, but I stumble across it at times. I'll be like, oh shoot, like they don't even, but it's like the end surprise to it all is it all pays off for everybody. And that's the way you have to work it in whatever industry that you're in. Music, acting, activists in the community. You get them people with the nonprofits, and they want to sponsor. It's a domino effect. You just got to knock the first one down, and then it all goes. And I know what you mean, because it's easy to get into a point in a state of mind of defeat. And you're like, nah, I'm good. Let me just, do my little la-di-da thing over here. I'm done with all of this. And then that's how the universe works. It was like, see, if you just held up just another inkling of that faith that you needed, I'm about to bless you with so much. So you gotta hold on. And I know the number one place where a lot of defeat comes in for people, it's all that damn fucking social media. Because when you start really trying to get in the head and what they're doing and the numbers and what they're posting, and it's just like, is this real or is this all the front? Because you don't really have much going on yourself. So I got to look like I'm more than what I am doing, and you're not. And that causes confusion. But if you push past that,
it does.
Just stay in your lane.
Let me tell you something. I was just telling somebody this, like, I never wanted something that somebody else had. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I saw somebody with 1,000 followers, I didn't want their 1,000 followers. I wanted my own.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and I understand, like, oh yeah, you see them with 1,000 followers, but no, I don't want their same followers, because their followers might not be interested in the stuff that I want my followers to be interested in. Like, you know what I'm saying? They're following that person for a reason. I want them to follow me for their own reason.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, some people are looking like, man, I wish I had this and I wish I had that. I don't wish I had something that somebody else already had. Like, I don't know. Maybe that's just my perspective or outcome, but like, I don't want something that somebody else already had. Like, so I don't think the word I was talking to somebody about the word jealousy, and I just don't think that has been existing in my life, because I never like saw another dude with a girl and be like, oh, I want his girl. Like, what type of shit is that? You know,
we live in a whole world with too many people.
That's never been.
You can get your own shit. You know what I mean?
So get your own shit.
Go get your own shit. I'm just saying, like, but see, and I think the envy of people, that is where it gets a little fucked up, because when people are too envious on what everybody else has, let's ask, well, how did they get here? Do you know their story? You don't even know what the struggle could have been for them to get there. It's just not your time right now to be on that status. But then again, ask yourself this: do you really want that status? Do you want all that comes with it? Because
Right.
sometimes people be wanting to rush it, but your life ain't ready for it yet. So you're gonna have to wait a minute. And that's why things are happening in the time frame that they're happening for those reasons.
Exactly.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me about your song Stupid Hoes.
Ha! Man, hey, look, so I'm gonna tell you something, like, for real, it's a whole story to that song. And
Oh,
it happened after I made the song. Like, it
oh,
really happened after I made the song. Like, I met a stupid hoe after I made the song Stupid Hoes. And I thought I made that song like saying, like, I'm not really directing and saying, you know what I'm saying, calling anybody a stupid hoe. But really
right.
the song is saying that I ain't got no time for no stupid hoes. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And like,
Lost me. J Money. Jay, you good? I lost him. I think he'll come back in. We'll just wait a moment. But if you guys are here, tuned in live, just wanted to say, hey, what's going on again? I hope you guys are having a great Saturday. Oh, he's back. He's back. He's back.
I was like,
Okay.
what happened? I was
I
like,
know.
what happened?
I know. I went on a commercial break real quick. I was like, cars will be right back after these messages.
My bad. I don't even know what just happened. Like, my screen just closed in the middle of me talking. That was
Yes,
weird.
that's all good. We still here. So you were saying it's basically, again, not really directing it to somebody in particular, but just the fact that you don't have time for it.
Right. And I'm saying that because a lot of times, like, I'll be straight up with a girl, and like there was even times where I was performing on 8th Street, and I was straight up with a girl, like, yeah, what you about to do after this? I'm trying to go with you. And they were on game. So you know what I did? I turned my phone on and turned on DoorDash. I'm like, whatever, I'm gonna go make some money since you want to play games and be a stupid hoe. But that's really what the song's about. That's really what the song's about. I ain't got no time for no stupid hoes.
I got you. I got you. No, nobody got no time for no stupid hoes.
Right. That's why I feel like people can relate and you know what I'm saying, and agree and understand. Ain't nobody got no time for no stupid hoes.
And to be clear, it don't even got to be on no relationship type of shit. It's just the simple fact that, friendship wise,
Period.
talking shit, that you ain't about living up to. Yeah, then
Mm-hmm.
we on a whole different. You on a different level, and this is the type of level. I ain't on this kind of time frame at all. So
Exactly.
go ahead, stupid asshole.
Hey, that's exactly what it is. You know what I'm saying? That's what the message is about. That's what I was trying to get across in that song.
I got it. I got it. It's all good. Is there any artist that you would honestly want to work with as to have like as a collaboration?
I'm gonna be
Or
honest with you. Like, one artist that I really enjoy, like, their
Mhm.
music is Ty Dolla Sign is an artist. Like, if you talking about artists outside the area or artists in this area.
Yeah, it outside the area and anybody. But
Yeah. So
Ty
like
Dolla Sign,
Ty Dolla Sign, Big Crit, are some of the ones that, like, right now. So I listen to them like when I need some motivation or inspiration.
okay.
So I definitely say that, like, I would be happy to do a song with them
Mm,
because I turned them on for my inspiration and motivation. You know what I'm saying? And
got it.
there are other artists too. There are other artists, like, just because I'm a rapper, like, I love to do songs like Lil Wayne or Drake or stuff like that. But
Hmm.
some of the other artists that I like listen to their music consistently is Big Crit. And I actually been watching Big Crit's Tiny Desk performance, which I kind of like.
I
And
love Tiny Desk performance.
yeah,
I love, man, I don't have to do nothing but
it's just, yeah, and you could just
it's
watch
just
it.
it's a whole vibe in its
It's a whole
own.
vibe.
You just be like, who's next?
Yeah. So I'm actually working with some bands and stuff, and I'm putting together my own little tiny desk. You know what I'm saying? I got a drummer, keyboarder, and bass guitar. So we're gonna meet up next Friday, and we're gonna have our little session and see if we can put together something real nice.
I like that. I like that. And I like it for the fact that it will stick to you, who you are. It'll be your
Mm-hmm.
music. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And with your followers, they'll come and be like, oh, yeah. And then each one tell one. And then here we go. that domino effect again. You just got to knock the first one over, and then everything else behind it starts falling back, and it works. It works. So
Yeah.
I like that. I think when we basically can really show that support and that love to all our people that are here, and stop trying to dump it all onto people that ain't giving a shit about us, you know, we got to redirect that energy and that attention and let people know, like, we got talent here. We got some good ass talent, musicians, artists, singers. And I think honestly, with like rappers, I think even to whatever you release, I think it's always room for that one song to have like that one R&B singer on there to just give a hook, or something like a LMA or a Her, because those are our Lauryn Hills now and Sade's of today. You know,
like Her, LMA and Her are definitely other female artists. I'm sorry, I wouldn't even think about the female artists, but yeah, those are definitely some female artists that like I be tuned into. And oh no, let me tell you who it be. I can't even remember her name right now. I feel so bad. She did the song. Hit Different with Hit Different.
Oh, you talking about SZA?
SZA. Damn. I was like, I don't know why I couldn't remember it for a second. Yeah, SZA. I'm definitely tapped in with SZA. SZA is dope.
She is.
It was another one too, but SZA is one of the ones that like I listen to her whole album. You know what I'm saying? And sit down and I'd be like, yeah, this is good music. Like it's just good music. So I can listen to. Oh, and then Janae Akio.
Yes.
Yeah,
she's pretty dope too. It's something about her voice. It's kind of like it makes me feel like I'm watching a fairy tale cartoon when she sings, you know. But it's got it has its own distinct sound.
It does.
She don't sound like somebody else, you know. It's them, and that's why I think within those types of artists, like I said, Her, Janae Aiko, SZA. LMA, they're all coming from a different range and they're all different from each other.
Exactly.
Who inspired you as far as an artist that inspired you to actually really get going with music? Because I know what happened with me when I started DJing, and that was years ago. I don't do it no more. But for me, it was Beat Street. My mom took us to go see Beat Street in the movie. And the guy, his name was Kenny K. And out of all people, and I was like, oh, I could do that. I want to do that. And it wasn't even anybody, like, it wasn't anybody else. It was him for just watching. And even though it was a movie, it was still the way he was putting sounds together and stuff. So at the age of 6, looking at that movie, and then when I was, like maybe 20, I don't know, 5, I was like, oh, I'm getting my equipment now. I got the right internship now. I got the right people backing me up in my corner. I got and I was like, yeah. And for like 10 years, I did it strong, like, you know, and I felt like, yeah, accomplished what I wanted to do. So who was it for you that actually made you have that drive to go out and start actually putting your own sound together and lyrics?
So I'm gonna be honest with you, like, so my cousin has been producing for like over 40 years.
Okay.
And there was a time where I was like, I feel like maybe in middle school or high school, and my father used to work at 106 in Park.
Okay.
So there were times where, like, as a teenager, where I would go up, you know what I'm saying, go up to New York and just kind of sit in the studio and, like, I remember Foxy Brown came in, Nas came in. Like, I should just see all these artists, but I should just sit there and kind of just be quiet and just be looking at everything. So then I remember I came back home and I was saying to my father, I was like, yeah, it's about time that you start teaching me how to use this equipment because I'm ready, you know what I'm saying, get some stuff out my system and do what I need to do. He was like, nah, you just need to be quiet and be humble. So I'm like, man, like, I'm trying to learn this shit. And you telling me like some be quiet and be humble shit. Because I'm looking, like, I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm looking at my cousin, he's winning Grammys, he's on like the TV, he's winning awards. It's like, this is the same cousin who come to, you know what I'm saying, Thanksgiving dinner and Christmas dinner. But on the other end, when he leaves, it's like, I'm like, yeah, like, what the hell is he doing? So I ended up going to like visit him when he had his studio in New York. Then I ended up following him down to Miami. He moved the studio to Miami. And when I went there, that's when I really got inspired. Because by this time, I'm like a teenager, and I woke up in this house, and I was going to the bathroom, and when I came out, it was like J. Cole and Miguel coming down the stairs, and I was just like, oh shit. And they were like, hey, what's up? Aren't you Salam's cousin? And I was like, yeah. And so from that day, I was just like, young, I'm not even ready. Like, I don't even have my stuff together. I'm in a room with these big people and I don't even have a song. You know what I'm saying? I don't have a song. I don't got a video. I don't got nothing. You know what I'm saying? To say I want to do nothing. So at that point, I was like, fuck that. Like, I'm about to get on this shit and, you know what I'm saying? Start making this shit push. And like, even till today, like, I still hit my cousin like last month and was like, hey, if J. Cole or Miguel, you know what I'm saying, pop back up, you know what I'm saying, see if we can make something happen. But that was definitely like I'd say a kickstart to where I was just like, stop bullshitting and start getting shit done.
Right. That was that push right
Yeah.
there. That was it. You was like, okay, game time is over. Okay,
Game over.
let me do this. And you're like, and so that point forward, moving forward, this is where you are now.
Mm-hmm.
Got
And
you.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Now it took some time because that was years ago.
Mm-hmm.
But right now, I say to the point that I feel like I'm successful in doing what I'm doing because I do this full time and I'm actually getting paid for it. You know what I'm
That's
saying? Like I'm not going to nobody else to clock in on a time sheet or got to work a 9 to 5. Like no, I'm
right.
an actor, artist, and activist. 24 hours out the day, seven
Triple A
days out the
threat.
week. I
Mm-hmm.
I could do it when I want. If I want to just turn on, you know what I'm saying, my drum machine or pull out my keyboard, I can start making beats. And since I know the music business and I know how to collect money and get paid for it, I think it makes it a lot more easier on me as an artist because I don't feel the pressure of having to put something out in a certain amount of time or rushing to do this. I'm just like, oh, okay, I'm kind of cool, easy, calm, and collected with it. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
right.
I'm at the point now where I'm actually trying to like write my own scripts and films because I don't want to keep going and acting in stuff that like not saying I don't want to act in, but it's not the character that I want to portray or the message that I'm trying to get across. So now that
Right.
I've met all these people and built this big network, now basically what we've been doing is every week we've been like plotting stuff out and
Mm-hmm.
shooting a little short, you know what I'm saying, putting some little short shoots together. And then I'm like, all right, cool, this is work. And we're going to all put those into the edits and have a whole, hopefully, movie by the time we're done with doing this because it's been like 6 weeks now. So hopefully we have a movie. But I just feel like it's important to get those thoughts in your head out of your body. You know what I'm saying? Like release that energy. If it's through the music,
Right.
if it's through acting, if it's through helping
Mm-hmm.
people, you got to get that energy out.
You do. You got to get it out because if you don't, it's going to make you sick if you keep it
Mm,
inside. And it's going to more so add more stress to you because then as time keeps rolling and going forward, because time ain't waiting for nobody. And then you're going to
nobody.
be like, damn, that's a year later. I was supposed to do X, Y, Z. And it's like, yeah, and you pushed it on the back burner. And so now it's just back there. It's
Right.
sitting back there. So, and I know that everybody has to start somewhere. Everybody got to start either low, mid range, whoever you know, give you that foot in the door, whatever the case may be. But starting your own damn production studio or even just like your own production company,
It's
basing it
hard.
off of somebody that does hot ass videography, they know how to shoot, they know how to film. Bam, we got them. You writing, you already know how to write. You know how to write music, you write
Mm-hmm.
the scripts. Got it. Okay. Now what's next? Let's put the content together. Let's put the storyline together. You got people I already know that know how to act, that would be good at
Mm-hmm.
this role. And when you present that, and people are like, wait a minute, okay, he got an idea here. And not only that, even you don't even understand. And I've said this before to a lot of other people, there's so many people watching you.
Mm.
You just don't even know. Even to the ones that won't even hit your likes, won't double tap your pictures, won't, but they're
Mm-hmm.
watching you. And when they are watching you, they're collecting all this information and they're looking at you. You're putting a visual
Mm-hmm.
resume together. It be that one person that be like, give you that one call,
Right.
send
And that's all you
that one
need.
email, and be like, you know what? I've been watching you for a while. I seen you put XYZ together. I watched your film. I heard your song. Let's set up a meeting. And you'd be like, what? Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm telling you, even to the extent of watching you, not to just put you in the place where you want to be, but also watching you because you're giving them motivation and you're sparking them to actually get motivated to do what
Do
they've been.
something. Yeah.
So
So I'm gonna
it
tell
all
you.
works out. It
No,
all
like
works.
you gotta. The people around me, I hold accountable to the shit they say. Like, don't say no shit to me, and then when I come back to you, you didn't do that shit. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna push that
Right.
in your face. Like if you tell me that you gonna do something, I'll be like, all right, cool. So if I talk to you again next Saturday, that shit's gonna be done, right? Because then if I talk to you again and you making excuses, I'm like, oh, I don't need to talk to this person no more because they wasted their own time and mine. I don't need it.
And it goes down even to businesses like that as well. If you
Mm-hmm.
can't produce and back your business up, your brand, you're gonna lose countless people that
Yeah.
could have been hardcore steady investments for you, investing
Yeah.
in you, you know? So yeah, definitely. I get that. And like I said, I think it's awesome that you have your foot in every little area of something that for one is never going to go away. It's even
Mm-hmm.
down to the mental illness, the mental what we were talking about as far as
Yeah. Mental
mental
anxiety. Yeah. Mental
anxiety.
health.
Do you know how many people are going to continuously need counselors and therapists throughout life? It's a career, it's a profession that will never be obsolete. It's always going to be somebody needed for that.
Always.
Always. So that's how I look at things now, especially with how things have changed. We always need music. We're always going to need something visual to watch, to entertain
Mm-hmm.
us, to take our mindset off of the stress of things. And we're
Yeah.
always going to need something to calm our minds down.
Mm-hmm.
So you doing what you need to do, I'm just saying, you in the right place. You're in the right place. Definitely. Because a lot of
Yeah.
everything that's happened within just the course of the time that we've been going through, half of that stuff is going to be obsolete within the next year
Yeah.
because it's not going to be needed. Everybody's
Mm-hmm.
still working from home. They didn't take but a second to get that shit together. They was like, oh, say less. Let me hook you up. We got a Wi-Fi. We got your hotspot. Come get your laptop. You got all the resources you need. It's all right there.
Yep.
Make sure you do your timesheet every 2 weeks and call us if you need something. Like what? Yeah, set up shop at home. It'll be a year for me from working from home.
Man, I'm
Huh.
sorry. That's great. No,
You
it's
think so?
great that I think that it's great that you can still work from home.
I think
There's some people who just can't work. And you know what I'm saying? They're home and they stuck in their house and they don't got shit to do. At
right.
least you have something to do.
Oh
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? So
Right.
I understand what you like, man. It's been a year, like I need to get out. But some people they don't even have that. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't have that
True.
opportunity to be like, all right, cool. Let me take 8 hours and do this. They just stuck bouncing off their walls and they don't know what the hell to do with themselves. You know what I'm
You're
saying?
right. You're right. And I'm in here not just by myself, but a miniature personality of a human being that's five that needs all kinds of entertainment
Oh
after
yeah.
school is done. It's now the weekend. He like, what we gonna do? I'm like, movie? You want to do that? It's cold outside, so it's icy. I don't think we going out that way. But
You got a boy?
yes,
Yeah, so my son, he's 10, so it's a little different. But I
yeah,
remember when he was 5. I remember
okay,
when he was 5. You know what I'm saying? He was off the hook. But for boys, I'm gonna tell you something with boys. Like I'm even doing a whole album with my kids, and like I just finished this other beat, and me and my son probably recorded after this. But
okay,
you need to make sure that they have something to do. Like right now, my son is down there. I had to hook him up. I had to give him my iPad, a computer, and turn the TV on. I said, I'm doing an interview. Leave me alone for the next 45 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Like for the next 45 minutes, leave me alone. Do you just leave me alone? But you got to do that because if I ain't give him something, he's been bouncing off them walls. I'm like, hey, daddy, give me this. And I'm like, nah, I'm just give me 45 minutes. You know what I'm saying? To
yeah,
myself.
please,
So I understand how that could be too, because I have kids. My daughter, she's with her aunt right now, but I got my
okay,
son. Yeah, I got
okay.
my son, so
Yeah, my weekend free to me is next weekend. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's all kinds of craziness. But I mean, he has stuff to do. But see, I just had to take that tablet because he trying to be assisting me with cakes and stuff with the lemons. And I'm like, see, you about to mess the money up. That's like, you know what? Go take, you got your TV, you got a whole
Mm-hmm.
thousands of Legos that you just got yesterday. Go build everything, right?
Built everything.
Yes, build it all. He just knocked on the door like 2 minutes ago. That's why I had to mute the mic, like, go away. Like, you know I'm down here. So as soon as when we wrap it up, I will go and be super mom and
Super
we'll
mom.
get it in, whatever you want to do. Just give me this time. So it's like I try to schedule stuff where I know I won't have the interruptions. And it'd be like a parking meter. I'd be like, oh my God, can I just get like 15 more minutes on this meter? Please. Please.
Right? Man, that's how it is though.
Would you
That's how it is though.
would you say your main listeners, followers are within like the millennial generation, or do you have more on the older crowd, like the Generation X people like me?
So let me tell you, like, when I look, all right, so like every week I kind of look at like my demographics for like seeing who
Mm-hmm,
was listening and you know what I'm saying,
mm-hmm,
like my target audience.
mm-hmm.
And it just confuses me. And I think like just the whole thing confuses me because the album that I dropped in January, I guess it was a lot of men were listening to it. Cause
Okay.
right, cause like last like December and January, it was saying that I had 67% men listening to my music. So
Okay.
when I looked earlier today, or I actually looked yesterday, and it says now women 67% between ages 18 and 35, and I'm like, well, how'd that happen? You know what I'm saying? Like it was just all 67% men. So
Right.
honestly, I don't know, but I know that I do have a unique sound and I do make music that covers different genres and categories. So there's
Right.
certain songs that like my daughter listens to that my son wouldn't listen to,
Okay.
which is funny because my kids are like a year apart. Like my son's 10, my daughter's 11. So
Okay.
they're a year apart, but there's certain songs that like my daughter's like, oh, I love this song. And my son's like, I don't like that one. I'm like, damn. Like I thought you like all my songs. He's like, no, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm like, damn, okay.
He's
You know what
like,
I'm saying? I'm like, okay.
not that one, no, Dad. He's like,
Yeah, but my daughter liked it, so I was just like, it's interesting. So I think that I have a sound that grasps certain audience. And oh,
mhm.
actually, I think the other reason it changed up too is because I've been on the HBCU radio log for the last 2 months. So I got on in January. So I think
Okay.
that's another reason that maybe you know what I'm saying my demographics are starting to change. So I'm on HBCU radio. So all the black colleges from here down to Florida, I'm on their
Okay.
radio station.
Dope. That's dope. There you
Hmm.
go. That more networking getting pushed into other states. See, imagine if you would have just stopped.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because I feel this story, and like I said, it's relatable to a lot of people who are in the industry of doing things for themselves, like me, media, podcasts, uh,
Hmm.
lives, interviews, writing my own content, creating the topics, and when I started the show, fucking sucked. Like I heard my old like episodes. I was like, oh my god,
Yeah, but you
you should
heard that
have
and you
been
knew how to
quit.
improve.
Right, and exactly, and I had
Exactly.
to get the feedback and the criticism from people that's been doing it longer, and I couldn't take it personal because I was like, these are professionals trying
Hmm.
to tell me like, sis, I want you to win, but you got to start tweaking some things here,
Right.
especially 'cause it's just me. So there is no other co-host. They're like, your energy got to be popping up
Popping.
all the time. Like you can't be roller coastering and going up and coming down, and then it's up here, and it's like, what the hell
Right.
is she talking about? And then it's like the show over. Like, nah, I ain't like that episode. So I had to really, go back to my drawing board. And like
Hmm.
I said, if I would have quit, I wouldn't be on Spotify. I wouldn't be on iHeart. I wouldn't be on iTunes. I wouldn't have collaborations coming from Audrey. I wouldn't now have pod booking. I wouldn't have this website popping. I wouldn't have where I am today. So it's like I said, it's all about how it's relatable to everybody to just kind of hang on in there. If it's something you really believe in and what you're really trying to accomplish, it's going to work. But you got to remember, it's in your time and nobody else.
Exactly. You know, I wanted to ask you some things because I was looking at your. I actually got to listen to your podcast a couple of days ago, and I was trying to make sure I was listening to some of your stuff before the interview. But then today, I was like, oh shit, she can play the clarinet. So I wanted to ask you where are you at musically? You know what I'm saying? Because I looked at that and I was like, hold up, because I saw you skating. That's why I was like, yeah, we need to go skating. You know what I'm saying? I saw some of the other things, but then when I saw that, I said, hold up, I didn't even know that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I thought you just listened to music. I'm like, all right, so hold on, let me figure out from her what her involvement is for real with the music. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need to know.
Listen, all jokes aside. This is when you're going to get all of the realness right now. So I happened to scroll through, like, I don't know, I think I was Googling some shit one day, and in the Google search, it was something with music, and this blue clarinet popped up, and blue is my favorite color. Now, I used to play like in grade school, but I ain't played since grade school. But the color, it sparked me, and I was like, how much is this shit? So I was like, oh, nope, I gotta have that. So I ordered it and told myself before I hit the submit order, I went on like YouTube and stuff, and I was like, who giving out clarinet lessons that I can get involved in? Because ain't no class open that I can go to. It was like all these things popped up, like, you want to learn? I was like, the fuck I do. So then I was like, yep, submit. I was like, bring my clarinet, bring it. And it came, and I was like, ooh. Now I think I got like a little bit of a jive headache from the first notes because I forgot the air hole in the back. I started familiar again because I was like, yo, this is all I got. Like my win was like, if you don't sit your ass down and really kind of get back into the basics with this, you're gonna blow an aneurysm in your brain. So I was like, yeah, let me go on that little YouTube class thing that I looked up and get my notes together. So I don't know shit anymore, but I'm gonna learn.
So you're going to YouTube University.
I am. Yes.
Yeah. I graduated from there too. Yeah, I graduated from there, class of 2020 and class of 2018.
Okay. I'm going, as soon as I pop them ibuprofen, I'll be ready for class tomorrow. Because I was like, where's this headache coming from? And I was like, well, maybe I need to heat up my coffee because, you get a little caffeine headache. It was like, no, you crazy bitch. You've been blowing in that damn clarinet. And you, again, didn't cover the air hole in the back. So you almost blowing your brain out. So, yeah, that's what happened. So when I get the notes together, J Money, we can do this, okay?
I'm so upset with you.
I could be a like how they, fuck Lizzo, Kizzo on the clarinet, okay?
I was sitting here today like, I gotta ask her. Like, I did not know she played the clarinet. Like, I gotta figure this out. Like, let me know. But now I know.
My mom was like, what are you doing? I was like, I'm bored. There's not shit to do in here. I was like, she's like, so you got a clarinet? I was like, mine's blue. She's like, it's only my child. I swear to God. So, yeah. I'm going to have it down. I watch. Y'all wait for my second video next week. Oh, I'm going to have 3 notes.
I believe you.
3 notes.
I'm going to be tuned in. Don't lie to me. We already had that accountability talk.
Okay, listen. I'm telling you. Look, I live up to my word, and it's gonna happen. Trust and believe me. But I don't know nothing about that. Like I don't remember it. That was like 4th grade.
Man, I thought you played the clarinet.
No, I will though. I Watch, I'm
cool.
getting everybody together. My best friend in New York, I told her, I was like, girl, they got them in purple. That's your favorite color. I was like, order it. I was like, come on, we can put this jazz band together. We're going to be like sexy and shit. Like, we got some clarinet players. I need a sax and I need somebody on the drums. And we want to do the damn thing.
You about to have everybody with different colored clarinets that don't know how to
Yes.
play.
See?
You gonna have the orchestra like Squidward had in SpongeBob.
Okay. I'm trying to listen, because we got time. We don't got nothing but time right now. We in the house. Everybody pick up something new that you don't know.
Hey,
Or
we
you
do
want to
got
learn.
time.
We do. I was like, yo, we put this little tiny desk concert, but we're gonna be like Zoom in different areas, but we gonna be like, what?
Yeah.
I'm like, wait, the colors. Show is at 7. Okay, I got my blue on. You got your purple? Okay. But yeah, I was like, oh, when they knocked on the door, J Money, I'm telling you, I was like, who's at the house? Because we don't be expecting company here. And it was
your clarinet.
I was like, oh shit. I was like, it's like my son was like, is it for me? I'm like, nah, not this box. This is for me. This is mom's right here. I was all like, let me put this together. Yeah.
Right? I know that's a good feeling though. I know you feel good.
Man, listen, I ain't blowing in that shit no more tonight. I gotta get my head right because my head is like banging kind of. It's like a little bit of it's right in the front, but it's gonna be all right. It's gonna be okay. You know what I wanted to ask you about? Because I noticed was like the talk a little maybe like a couple weeks ago, not too far off the grid. Are you a fan of T.I.?
Oh, about his situation?
Yeah.
So all right, let me tell you, I'm more of a fan of T.I.'s work ethic and business than I am with him as a person.
Okay.
Right? And I say that because I feel like a lot of people I don't really want to know what somebody's doing with their personal life. I just don't feel like that's my business. Right? I don't feel like that's my business. I enjoyed T.I.'s music. I enjoyed his ATL. You know what I'm saying? I like the movies, and I enjoyed even the show that he had, T.I. and Tiny. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like the show. So I just feel like when I did hear about that situation, I'm gonna be honest with you, I didn't really comment because one, I don't like commenting on situations where I don't.
Like alleged information, we don't really know what happened. It's all alleged, you know? So with that, I like T.I. I'm a fan of his music. You know, I've always been a fan of his music. But when it comes to the fact of it's all these other people that's saying this and they've said it before and this wasn't the first thing that, you know, was brought into the spotlight with them too. I mean, of course you question it, but the thing about it is, it's like no matter, he could have rolled over a dog, okay? And everybody knows about it. But still, at the end of the day, they still want to support his music. They still want to, you know, they still want to back him up. They still going to be a fan no matter what, even if it is true.
Right.
And we've seen that happen with other artists, actors, activists, everybody.
The thing I think people have to realize that even though a lot of these people are celebrities and are actors, they are human. They are people just like me and you. They make mistakes. They still gotta eat, piss, and shit just like we do. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like they still go through some of the same. So some. My phone. Sometimes I think we put them on this pedestal and kind of try to put all of this on them. Should be.
It's and I understand what you're saying. We boost celebrities up too high to the point where it's like, okay, you know, they can do no wrong. This is, you know, we idolize too much. And it shouldn't be that way. We're supposed to look at them to entertain. That's it. whether it's the music or the acting. That's it. Whatever happened personally, same thing with Beyonce and Jay-Z, the same shit. Couple, years ago in the elevator when Solange was, about to kill Jay-Z. But I can't hear you. Okay. Okay. So for those of y'all who are tuned in, again, we were talking about T.I. Tiny situation, just trying to get his take on what did he think about it, and he is back with us. I think you good?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I think somebody called and it messed up my audio.
Oh, okay.
But,
It's all good. But you were saying the pedestal, and I was pretty much feeding off of that we do boost these celebrities up too high.
yeah, and I just feel like sometimes like us putting them in that spotlight and having those expectations of them, we have to also remember that they're human just like us and they do make mistakes. And I honestly don't feel like you should ever hold that against anybody forever, right?
Right.
Because even when you make your own mistake, you feel bad for yourself and you're conscious enough to be like, okay, I'm not going to make the same mistake again.
Right.
So to be in that spotlight as a celebrity and know that you made a mistake, but then have that pressure of everybody else and all your fans and all these other people putting that on you, I feel like it could be very overwhelming. And you know what I'm saying, just to be judged by that many people. And I left that situation alone because I kept hearing, to me, it was he say, she say.
The alleged. Yes.
And it wasn't, the only thing I saw was what T.I. was saying when he was, guys, walking in his backyard or whatever, when he put up that post. I saw that. But prior to that, I didn't really, everything else to me was he say, she say.
Right.
And I learned, if you learn like I learned in elementary school, that game of telephone is one of the most realest shit we've ever learned.
What?
Because you'll say, you'll be in elementary school, you play the game of telephone and you'll say cheeseburger.
Yep.
And you know that joint will come back a double cheeseburger with Big Mac sauce and pickles. I'd be like, hold up, I didn't even say all that. All I said was cheeseburger. You know what I'm saying? Like, all I said was cheeseburger. This joint came back with Big Mac sauce, onions, all, like, I didn't even say all that. So that's why I just felt like it was best for me not to involve myself. Like, you know what I'm saying? I listened in, but I just felt like it wasn't my place because all of the facts weren't adding up to me. Like, I felt like it was a lot of pieces missing to that situation that I didn't clearly understand for me to be like, oh, well, he was doing this with his wife or he was doing that with his wife. Honestly, I don't know. Something happened, but I just feel like that shit was not my business. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and it's not, because at the end of the day, does he send me any money? Nope. I don't even know T.I. You know what I mean?
I did. I have met him twice, and he came to Bowie State University, and I did like a performance. It was actually on his son's birthday, so he didn't get to see me perform. He had to leave. I was pissed. Okay. But I met T.I. like 2 times, and he's actually, you know what I'm saying? He just seemed like a very genuine, down-to-earth type of person. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, the other time I met him, he had to go because it was his son's birthday, but he just seemed like, oh, all right, cool. And he was giving me game on shit I should be doing with my music. And I was like, I can respect that. You know what I'm saying? Like, even though I didn't, like, you know what I'm saying? He didn't talk to me like he was, oh, I'm the king of this and that. He was just talking to me like a regular. Yeah, it was real live, like just general regular talk. And I think because of that, it kind of gave me more of a liking towards T.I. And maybe that's the other reason why I was turned off by hearing these other comments. Because I was feeling like, I was like, this like the game of telephone. Like, I don't even know if you take what they're saying serious or not. You know what I'm saying?
Right. You're like, that ain't the guy I met. I don't know what y'all, you know what? At the end of the day, like I said, that's his situation. That's what they're going to have to deal with. It's always 3 sides of the story: him, theirs, and the truth. And that's how it's going to be.
And the truth.
And that's the thing about, sometimes we give too much trust to people when we do try to invite people in and be a part of something that might be on a personal level or background. And then, who gets burnt at the end? You, because you extended the olive branch and you tried to give an extension of trust, and then you got burnt over it. But let alone, I still like him. I was still cool with him. I'm a fan of not roll bounce. Ooh, that's the wrong crowd. ATL. Yeah, I was like, wait a minute, Bow Wow. No, no. No, the fearsome four. I'm with it. So yeah.
Yeah.
But we definitely gotta go skating, man. I wish I don't even they down here. My skates, I just can't find. They probably hiding from me, but they're in the bag. But I need to get back out there. And I was like, I
Man.
felt like, oh, when I posted that video, I was like, I want to go. Everybody's like, you can skate backwards. I'm like, you can't.
Yeah, I can say it backwards too.
I know you can, right? But these other old cats, not Thundercats, old cats. I'm like, y'all can't. You just go with the flow. You turn around, you glide,
Glad. Like I
cross.
did it. Look, I ain't gonna lie, I started skating backwards on accident.
Did you?
Yeah, because I was just trying to talk to somebody and they were behind me, so I turned around.
Oh, okay. You was like, oh, that's how it be.
I was like, oh
Okay,
shit.
thank you. All right, now got it now. And then you go for it. And some people get so nervous when they going too long with it. They be like, I got to turn back around. I
No,
got to
but
turn
look,
around.
that's something you learn because I learned how to turn, you know what I'm saying, turn backwards and turn forwards. And I'm gonna be honest with you, my turning to go backwards is not as good as me turning forward.
To go forward, right, right.
Hmm. It's
I'm
just
telling
not, but I can still do it.
you, okay. It's like riding a bike. I think like if you ain't did it in a long time, then once you get your little feel back out there and stuff, you be like, oh, I got this.
Hmm.
I don't do family skate because them kids be in my way
Oh
with
no,
them
you
little
know what? I just started.
triangles.
Oh no. Those are in the way. But I took my
Yes.
kids, like I take my kids skating. I take my kids skating on Saturdays, and I got my kids they own skates. And no, I never even showed them that. Like I didn't even want them to know what that was. Like they
Yeah.
don't get, you don't get to use that fall, and you get back up. You gonna fall
Yes.
normal. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yep.
whatever with that thing. So like
Yep.
my kids can skate. They're not doing it backwards enough yet, but they're comfortable enough skating. Like I'll take
To
them
go
outside
forward.
skating, go to the
Mm-hmm.
skate park. You know what I'm saying? Go to the skate park. We'll skate in the street. I'm like, whatever. You got skates. This is what they use for. Let's use these things. I paid whatever $80 for them. Let's use these damn skates. You
Yes,
know what I'm saying?
please.
So
If you got a basement, that is the skating rink. Let's go down
mhm,
there and
right.
let's get it done. Yep. Because my son be riding around in the back with his scooter. I be like, yeah, I know, babe. We can't go outside, so make it happen back here, okay?
But
Until
yeah, we
you
could
get
definitely.
busy going around the washing machine and stuff. But when you done, just put your scooter back. That's all. Shit,
Yeah, we
I'll
could
put it
definitely go
there for
skating.
it.
Look,
Yeah,
you know,
definitely.
I'm at Crystal's every Saturday morning, like every Saturday morning, and they're actually about to I think they're filming a movie in like the next 2 weeks. I gotta check back, but
Okay.
I know that every Saturday I be at Crystal's. If I'm not there early in the morning, I go in the afternoon because I take my kids when they got skate lessons. So I take my kids from
Gotcha.
like yeah, from like 10 to 12, they got skate lessons. So I take my kids for that. But then they got public skate from 12 to 6 or whatever. So I just be going
Okay.
in. And you ain't
Okay.
got I ain't got to pay nothing but like $3 because I got my own skates. So I'd be like, you know
Okay.
what? You
But
just
is it
about
a first
there.
come first serve? Because I know some people trying to keep it like down at the capacity.
So I think they're at 70% or something like that. To be honest with you, I
Okay.
don't know. But I know that like there was only one time where I went and they were like they couldn't allow any more people. And that's like in the last 6 months. Every other
Okay.
time I went, every other time I went, it hasn't had no problem. And then there was one time where I went where they were only accepting cash. So I had to go back and go to the 7-Eleven and get cash out. So those are like the only two times where it's been something. But other than that,
This is my spot right
you
here.
said
I'll be right back. Like I don't know. I'll be back with the cash, and I don't care if anybody else can't get in. I'll be back because it's my spot right
yeah,
here. It's reserved, and I'll be back because I'm
right.
coming in here to skate.
Yeah, but skating's fun to me. I like skating.
I do too. I miss it though. I really do. I miss it. And I am gonna make sure I get back out there. Definitely. It's not a lot of places here with the skating rinks that's open.
Hmm.
Some of the skating rinks aren't gonna be open again until like March or April. But the one that
Right.
is open, their time frame is like that don't work for me. Like who y'all need something later. Cause if y'all get me up there with them kids, I'm gonna have a problem.
Yeah. I think they have I haven't been going at night, but I think like I gotta look back on the schedule. I think they have some things at night at Crystals or that
Okay.
skating rink out Temple Hills. I think they be
Yeah,
having like a late night, like 9 to 1 or something like that.
Yeah. That's what me and my cousin was trying to do. Because when I told her the other time frame, she was like, "I gotta do other stuff." I was like, "I know,
Mm-hmm.
me too. I ain't ready for that." And then we gotta take the hour ride to get there. Like, yeah, I don't think we be skating in our sleep. That's what we want to
Right?
do. We'll get up there the next time we don't got nothing to do. That's what we'll do. So,
Yeah.
tell everybody how they can find you and follow you.
Yes. So you could find me on all social media platforms as J Money Gibbs. It's J Money Gibbs. That's all one word. On social media, Instagram, iTunes, Spotify. Just type it in Google. J Money Gibbs is going to come up. If you type it in Google, you definitely going to see a lot of the acting and the artistry. But if you're looking for me, I have no problems. I respond to my direct messages. I respond to people who are about, you know what I'm saying, trying to get work done and
He
accomplishing
does reply.
goals.
He do
Yes,
reply, y'all.
I do. I do. The people who serious about getting something done, I'll definitely reply to that. And people who want
Mhm.
to go skating, if you want to go skating, I'm with that too. So
Okay.
yeah, you can definitely follow me on all social media as J Money Gibbs.
All right. That's what's up. That's what's up. So we are definitely gonna basically fall on out. I'm gonna go and because if I get one more knock on this door down here,
I already know. I saw it.
I'm gonna be like DMX up in here. Lose my mind in 1 second. So I think somebody need to eat and take a bath. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie. I might need to eat some myself.
I know I'm hungry too, but I gotta frost these last two cakes and then we good. And then
Mm.
I'm gonna find something for us to do so he can go to sleep. That's what I'm. But other
Sound
than
like a
that,
plan.
I thank you. I'm glad we got a chance to finally get this done.
Finally.
I know. He's like, this girl is bluffing. I'm like, no, I promise I'm gonna get it done. I
No, I
swear.
knew. I knew it was gonna happen. It was gonna be the right time.
Yes, always the right time. But
That's what.
I
And
will
then
definitely,
wait,
huh?
we skating next week, right?
I think we could probably get skating. I think we can skate next week because you
All
know
right.
what? I have one interview that's in the evening well, not in the evening next Saturday. It's in the afternoon next Saturday, and that's gonna wrap up at about 5 o'clock. So I think, yeah, we'll be good.
Okay.
Yep. And I got a
Cool.
whole day. Yeah, I got a whole free weekend too. So yeah, like let me get my wheels cleaned up. Yeah.
Right.
Yes. My pom poms are still on there. Oh, I'm ready. Yep. Ready. Yeah, I'm ready to go. Yes.
All right. Cool.
So
Cool.
I'm gonna hit you up, and of course, you know I'm gonna be in touch anyway. But I'm gonna definitely hit you up and let you know, like, yeah, let's make that happen.
Definitely.
Okay.
All right.
All right,
Cool.
Jay. Have
Thanks,
a good one.
y'all.
Thank you. I'll
Yeah.
see you later.
All right.
All right.